Hey, this is the Daily Overpass. My name is Eric and I make apps. Now today I want to talk about fake reviews and account suspensions. Okay, so a few days ago I got an email from somebody asking a question about termination on their account. So, and I didn't respond to it till this morning. So if you send me an email, sometimes it takes me a few days to respond, or through Facebook or whatever. So apologies for that. I'm really bad about it. I get so many emails. But he said, "Hey Eric, can you make a video about what to do if your App Store account gets terminated?" He said, "My account was just terminated. I don't know if I need to create a new account. Do I have to submit them all under different names, all my apps under different names, all this kind of stuff?" And I emailed him back and I said, "I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I don't know the answer to that. I've never gone through that experience." And really, thankfully I've never gone through that experience, and hopefully I never do, but it's kind of scary. So I always ask, whenever you hear about something bad like this happening, I always ask, what happened? Why did they do it? Because you're kind of thinking, I don't want to get caught in this, I don't want to do the wrong thing too. And what he told me, and I'm not going to say what his name is, so if it's you that's watching, don't worry about it, it's just between us. But he had said that he's not sure, because they weren't really clear when they terminated his account, the App Store. He said it could have been to do with these using a review exchange site. He says they're pretty sure that's what it is, but they can't get any clear answers. So he says it's just like buying fake reviews and everything like that. And then so I was just going back and forth, and I went, "Hey, wait a second, you mean Google, right? You mean Google's terminated your account?" He said, no, it's Apple. Apple did it. So that was surprising to me, because of my two parents, Apple and Google, one of my parents is very formal, likes to make sure everything's done correctly, and if you mess up, they'll forgive you. And then my other parent doesn't really care. They'll let you get away with a lot of stuff, but if they catch you, you're out of the house. There's no second chance. No matter how much you apologize. So that's my two parents, Apple and Google, right? And it was one of the things that a few years ago I made a video about fake reviews, and I said that I've never paid for fake reviews, and that's still the case. I never have. And there have been times where I've been tempted by it, and the only reason that I was tempted is because I look at some of the categories my apps are in, and I look at some of the top ones in those areas, and they have a lot of reviews, and not all of them look legitimate, but you can't really tell, because sometimes people just leave short reviews, or cryptic reviews, or the English might not be good. That doesn't necessarily mean they're fake, right? So when I see that and you think you're playing on an unlevel playing field, you don't want to be, to quote the Untouchables, the guy who brings a knife to a gunfight. But I've never done it, and I'm always glad that I haven't, because my big fear is that if I had gone through even just once, gone to one of those fake review sites and got it, maybe one day in the future Google or Apple will they'll crack down on these things. Well, they always say they're cracking down on these things, but maybe they'll I don't know. I see this as being like a crack house someplace where there's a bunch of fake reviewers typing away, and the DEA kicks open the door and they burst in and they find this list of names, and then I know it's not going to be that dramatic, it's going to be something on the computer, but so they find a list of names, and then they'll go through and find, so they'll have a fake account, and then they can just go through every app that fake account has left a review on, and then they can just suspend all those reviews. So, and I kind of hope that happens, because then it'll be maybe my app will rise up a little bit, but but it hasn't. But then once I read an article, it was a blog post about Facebook likes, and they said, some of these fake, because you could pay to get Facebook likes too from fake accounts. So if you have a Facebook page, you could pay to have 1,000 likes on it or something from these fake things to make it look big or whatever. Never done that either, right? So, but also if you pay just to do Facebook ads to get new likes, so you're actually going the legitimate route, so you're putting the ads in front of everybody to get more likes. A lot of the times it says the people who like your page due to those ads are still the fake accounts. So what they'll do is they'll have these fake accounts that you could pay, that the people pay to have their fake likes on their page, but just to make them look more legitimate, they will also like other pages that are completely unrelated, just so they look like real accounts, right? So, and that would mean that it would be hard to go through and find the fake ones, and then also go shut down everybody. So if those reviewer sites do that kind of stuff, then then they would never be able to do that. But I kind of hope that, the fake review thing just never really worked out. It's really hard to get those reviews. I mean, I've never paid for reviews, but I have begged for them. I have pleaded. I have, you know, gone to users in every place I could do. Every time I do an update, it's like, minor bug fixes, please leave a review. It's always, please leave a review, and the pop-up and the nag screens and all that kind of stuff. So I'm constantly pleading for reviews, but I've never paid for them. Kind of like sex, I guess, but you know, well, we won't go there. We won't go there. But anyway, so, you know, I just wanted to let you guys know that I thought it was a bit of information, bit of interesting information that, you know, even the very permissive Apple, you could get shut down for. And it also, if any of you have had this kind of problem and if you had to get around it, like setting up another account because Apple had terminated your account, please leave it in the please leave the procedure in the comments, or what you had to do, because this person, who shall remain nameless, you know, he's had this problem, and you know, who knows, some of us could have this problem in the future too. So anyway, that's it for today. I will talk to you guys tomorrow.